All right, hi everybody, Erin here today. I am going to be discussing how to work on your deadlift form to both improve the safety of your deadlifts as well as the effectiveness and efficiency, okay? So first of all, you're going to need a set of dumbbells, but before we even use weights and get into lifting heavy, I want to talk about strictly your flat back, okay? There are parts of the deadlift that we must work on first before we can progress to adding weight, all right? So first and foremost, let's talk about that flat back. So I'm gonna be standing to the side so that you can see my spine. Your feet should be about right under your hips, about shoulder distance apart. Weights heavy in your heels. You wanna make sure that your knees are not locked straight, okay? You want soft joints. It's not a full squat, so we're not like bending too much, but we don't want locked knees. We want just a soft micro bend, okay? From there, I like to have my clients put their hands on their hips, and then I want you to think one line from the top of your head to the tip of your tailbone. You're gonna hinge right at the hips, keeping that flat back, pushing your hips back past your heel line, and then squeeze your butt and stand up, okay? The point of this exercise is to keep your back flat the whole time and to use your core strength, your hamstring strength, and your glute strength in order to pull yourself back up to a standing position, okay? Now, a lot of people have the most trouble with the flat back part, okay? So if that's you, I want you to start with a broom, okay? I know it's like, what, a broom? But this is a great tool for you to use to perfect your flat back. So what I want you guys to do is take that broom behind your spine, one hand up over your head, one hand on your tailbone, okay? So again, it looks like this. One hand down by my tailbone, one up by my head. The broom handle should be touching the back of your head and touching your tailbone, okay? Now the object of this game is to keep that broom in contact with both your head and your tailbone for the entirety of the exercise, all right? So again, starting here, feet are right under your hips, micro bend in your knees, so soft knee joints, core is in tight. I have my broom on my tailbone and on my head, and now I'm ready to go. So keep a slight pinch in those shoulder blades, hinge forward at the hips, keep your spine flat, abs in, and then exhale, squeeze your butt and stand up, okay? Push your hips back past your heel line, keeping that spine flat, and then stand up. So that what I see most when I have new clients play around with the broom exercise is this, okay? So watch my back. I'm all set up. I come forward, and then do you see how the broom is now up off my spine? This is one of the biggest problems that I see in deadlifts, and what it looks like without the broom is this, okay? This is going to lead to a lot of pain in the low back. It is not going to strengthen the right muscles, so you're actually doing yourself a disservice instead of working on proper form. So I'd rather you take your weights away, get the form right, and then you can always add weights back in and make yourself stronger over time, okay? So again, take that broom, one arm up overhead, one behind your low back. I want your tailbone and your head connected to the broom the entire time. Hinge forward, keep that connection, and then squeeze your butt and stand. Breathing for this exercise. So you're gonna inhale on the way down, exhale, stand back up, coming to vertical, okay? Inhale down, exhale, stand up, and come to vertical, okay? So once you have your flat back down and mastered, then you're ready to add weights. Again, don't start with the heaviest weights right away. You have to build, okay? So I'm gonna start grabbing a set of dumbbells. Again, you want your feet to be right under your hips. Roll your shoulders back, lift your chest up. Have a slight pinch in between your shoulder blades, okay? If you don't have that slight pinch between your shoulder blades, then this can happen, okay? But the second that I engage those rhomboids in between my shoulder blades, that flattens out my spine, okay? So again, I'll step away so you can see the whole body. Feet are right under your hips, palms face your legs. Roll your shoulders, lift your chest up, soft knees. From here, hinge at the hips, take those dumbbells down towards your shins, keeping that pinch between your shoulder blades, and then squeeze your booty and stand up, okay? Inhale all the way down, exhale and stand, all right? Now, one of the biggest questions I get is, well, how do I know when to stop? How far down do I go? The answer to that question is every human body is unique, every human body is different. So that answer depends on your body. Basically, the easiest way to tell is if you're in your deadlift and you're doing great, you got this nice flat spine, form is spot on, and then all of a sudden you go a little further and your spine starts to curve, then no, you've gone too far, take it back up, okay? So you want to go just to the point right before your back starts to curve, and then come back and stand, okay? So again, object of this game, keep your spine flat, your core tight, you're using your hamstrings at the back of your legs, as well as your glutes, in order to pull your hips back under those shoulders, squeezing your butt, all right? It's a complex exercise, but it's a very, very beneficial exercise, but you gotta do it right. So work on that form, and if you have any questions, let me know. Bye, everybody.